I sit here alone, not because I enjoy the quiet, but because the silence has become the only thing that knows me now. It wraps around me like a blanket made of old memories. Not all memories fade. Some stay. Some breathe quietly beside you in the morning. Some live in the sleeves of the sweaters we used to wear. Some echo through songs that sneak down the hallway of time. The silence knows all of it. It doesn't forget like people do. It listens when no one else does. Your memory isn't loud. It doesn't knock on doors or break down walls. It's soft. It arrives like a breeze, unnoticed until it's fully there, brushing gently against my thoughts. I remember how your love used to fill the room, like sunlight streaming through a window, warming even the coldest corners. Now silence has moved in. A kind of quiet that feels heavy, like a presence I didn't invite but have come to live with. Do you remember our garden? We made it with care, our hands rough from digging but full of hope. We planted flowers and whispered wishes into the soil. We dreamed of tall trees and deep roots, not just in the ground, but in us too. We wanted something to grow, not just leaves and petals, but love that would last. The garden still stands, though wild now. Weeds have taken over, claiming the space with no apology. Still, I walk there sometimes, whispering to the wind, wondering if it carries your voice back to me. Some days, I think it does. The leaves rustle in a way that feels like you're speaking. Just before the rain falls, I almost hear your laughter. You left like autumn, quiet, soft, and certain. No noise, no storm, just the falling of something beautiful. Your goodbye felt like watching a leaf let go of its tree. Natural, inevitable, and still heartbreaking. Your smile in those final moments said things I wasn't ready to hear. I wonder if you ever really belonged here with me, or if you were, always made for someplace brighter, lighter, more open. You were like morning fog over a still lake, calm, gentle, and impossible to hold. I keep a piece of you tucked away, folded neatly in the drawer where I used to keep your warmest sweater. It doesn't smell like you anymore. Time has taken that from me too. But I reach for it when sleep won't come. When the night grows long and my chest feels too heavy, I hold on to the memory of you, even when it's wrapped in dust. Memories are strange like that. They cut and heal all at once. Some days I see you dancing in socks across the kitchen floor, sliding, laughing, full of light. Other days I remember the door you walked out of, the one that never opened again. You once told me that love means building a home inside someone else's soul. I tried. I tried with everything I had. I placed bricks of hope and curtains of dreams in every corner of my heart. I made space for you. I built rooms filled with safety and light. I wanted you to stay. But now I sit in those rooms alone, where love echoes off empty walls. I write to you in silence. Letters you'll never read, poems that stay locked inside my mind, truths I never had the courage to say. Like how I still see your reflection in the mirror sometimes. Or how your favorite coffee mug still sits on the shelf, like a small shrine, untouched. The world moves on. People keep walking, laughing, forgetting. But your toothbrush still waits in the bathroom, like it believes you might come back. I know it's foolish, but some part of me finds comfort in pretending. Maybe if I pretend just enough, I'll hear your voice again, calling from the hallway, asking about laundry, about dinner, about life. Do you remember the lake? You said the stars looked closer there, like you could touch them. I laughed at your wonder, but that night, when you reached out your hand toward the sky, I believed you might actually catch a piece of starlight. Now, the stars shine the same, but they feel colder. They don't blink with warmth like they used to. Maybe you're there now, part of the sky, scattered like dust across the universe while I stay here, looking up and wishing. I dream of you sometimes. In dreams you smile like you know something I don't, like all the answers are with you now. I reach out for you, but I always wake up with empty hands. My heart pounds hard, like a song stuck on repeat. People say, it's time to move on, like grief is a room you're supposed to leave, like you're just someone I missed on a train. But grief isn't something I live in, it's something that lives in me. It's not a heavy weight, it's music, a song beneath the noise of my day, a tune that plays while I breathe, while I walk, while I simply exist. Do you remember that storm? The one that caught us by surprise? You grabbed my hand, pulled me under a shelter, both of us soaked and laughing. You said, "This is living," then kissed me while the rain dripped from your lashes. That moment still lives inside me. It visits every time it rains. The way your voice sounded in the storm. The way you held me. I've never wanted anything less than that moment, than you. Now every rain feels familiar. It brings you back, even if just for a moment. I talk to you sometimes like you're just in the next room. It's easier that way. Easier to believe you're still close, still listening, still part of this life in some quiet way. The world feels quieter without you, but also louder in strange ways. Loud with absence. Loud with the silence you left behind. You used to say, silence was just another way of listening. Maybe you were right. Maybe silence is where your love still lives. Maybe it's not gone, just quieter now. Not shouting from rooftops, but whispering in winds, waiting in songs, hiding in rain. I feel you in the quiet, in the space between one breath and the next. I feel you in the pause before a memory begins. In the hush of a room filled only with thought. I still walk the path we made together. Even though weeds grow wild. Even though time has changed it, it's still ours. It still remembers our laughter. I remember how you bent down, pulled weeds with bare hands, determined to make beauty where there was none. I think of that often now, as I try to find beauty in your absence, as I try to build peace out of the pieces you left behind. I don't know if love ever leaves. Maybe it just changes form, becomes the wind, the rain, the gentle ache in your chest when the world grows still. Maybe love becomes silence, and silence knows all our names. It remembers every word we couldn't say, every moment we held back, every touch we wish we could have again. Sometimes I sit and imagine you're still here, that your jacket is still warm, that you'll walk in and laugh at something I left undone, that you'll say my name the way only you did, like it meant something, like I meant something. It's those small things I miss the most. The casual love, the easy presence, the way you fit into my life like you were always meant to be there. Time has moved on, but I'm still here, holding space for you. Not with sadness every day, but with love. With a kind of gentle remembering, a quiet hope. A silent song. I know you might never return, but still I sit here, where silence knows my name. Where silence has learned the sound of my heart calling yours. And even if the world forgets, I won't. Even if time erases the lines of your face in my mind, I'll still remember your soul. I'll still feel your love in the spaces where words fall short. I'll still listen for you in the silence. I'll still believe that somewhere you hear me too. And still I walk through days that feel like echoes, where everything speaks softly of you. The chair still creaks the way it did when you sat in it. The floor still remembers your steps, and the morning light still falls the way it used to, like it's waiting for your shadow to return. Even the birds sing your name, not with words, but with pauses between notes, like they too feel the absence that has settled into my days. I pour 2 cups of coffee sometimes without thinking, without meaning to, and I sit with one in silence, as if you'll reach for it any moment. The steam rises and disappears, just like you did, soft and certain, and without asking for anything more. And I wonder if love always feels this quiet once it's gone. Not loud or angry, just still. I go back to the garden sometimes, where we once planted hope like seeds. Now weeds curl around the roots, but I let them stay. Maybe they are also grieving in green. Maybe they grow to remember too. I touch the petals that dare to bloom, and think of how your love once made my heart flower in the softest ways. When I sleep, I see you again. Never in the same place, never in the same way, but always familiar. Sometimes you're dancing. Again, your socks slipping over the kitchen floor, laughing at nothing, just because it was a Tuesday. Sometimes you're quiet, just sitting across from me, eyes kind, letting me say all the things I couldn't before. I write letters you'll never read. I say your name aloud in rooms that echo back nothing. Still, it helps. Still, it brings something warm to the cold of this loneliness. They say I should move on, but they do not know that you are in the paint. On these walls, in the fabric of my shirts, in the wind that brushes past me like fingers once did. I don't carry you like a burden. I carry you like a rhythm, like a hum beneath the noise of life. It's not heavy, just always there. And, in the softest moments when I let myself remember you fully, it doesn't feel like I'm breaking. It feels like I'm finally breathing. You once said love is building a home in someone else's soul, and I gave you mine, brick by brick. I made space, I opened windows, I folded hopes like fresh laundry, and I left the light on just in case you ever wandered back. Now I walk the rooms alone, but I don't shut the door behind me. I leave it open for memory, for dreams, for the echo of your voice still bouncing gently off the walls.